Hello everyone, this is Marita from Adiyogi Ayurveda. So I just wanted to let you guys know on my website I've changed my name to Madhu because that's usually what everyone calls me. Marita, it's more like my formal name. So I just want to let you know guys, welcome back to my channel. And this is the reading for June 2019 for the Lightworkers. This is the reading for June 2019 for the Lightworkers. I wanted to do by different zodiac sign. I don't know if I would have time to, because I have a couple of stuff I need to get out by tomorrow. So here's the general reading. Oh, and before I begin, I would like to mention that the reading is guided by Ganesha, and he came forward. I didn't know he would come forward, but Lord Ganesha came forward, and I've been working with him for a couple of weeks now, and I've been doing some healing for others through him, especially animals and plants mostly, because sometimes I think we forget about them and their plight and what's happening to them. So, and I've been learning a lot from him, and he's the type of being who is very gentle, and you ask him for help and he will immediately help you. He's kind of like, he reminds me of Thoth a little bit, and probably he is another incarnation of Thoth. I don't know, I didn't ask, but yeah, he has that very, very gentle. He's extremely gentle, and he's all about accepting yourself as you are. And you know, he's the god with the elephant head. If you don't know who Ganesha is. And one of the lessons that he teaches is that your appearance, what you look like, it doesn't matter. You just you have to accept it as your fate, as in come to love who you are, just the way you are, because just the way you are is perfect enough to do what you came to do, to fulfill your dharma. Sorry about the noises. The people in the apartment complex are doing landscaping, I think. But what I was saying is that he's officially the remover of obstacles, and he also brings you success. And pretty much a lot of people pray to him because he has this very gentle energy, you know. I'm not trying to bash my main guide, but Lord Shiva is very much like, work hard, do it, find out your own way, and show me that you really want this. So if you read the ancient texts, or like watch the movies or something, people have to pray to the other gods a long time before they get anyone to respond. But Ganesha is immediate. Like you can feel his energy like in a second. At least I get that help, and I'm sure most of you can testify for that. So if you have ever worked with him, he's a very, very gentle person, and he says he's about compassion also. He's about compassion. Like, it doesn't matter who if someone asks him for help, he helps them because of compassion, you know. That's one of the things he would like to emphasize on. And he's very generous. He wants to show how to be generous, because when you give to others, you get. You see that it's like you have to let go to receive. But when you do something for others and others are appreciative of it, you know, they're happy, you're happy. There's that feeling of being grateful, appreciated, and that's what we want. We like to feel appreciated. You know, we don't want to do things for people who don't appreciate things, but when people appreciate it, when they're happy, we also get that happiness, and we want to do more good things and be more generous to others. So he wants to encourage you to do the same. So that is there anything else, Lord Ganesha? That's all. He says be generous to all living beings. Before I begin the reading, I would like to remind all of you to please go check out my website and see the services that I offer. I have lowered the prices because I feel like I reduce the prices because I know I will be provided for everything I need, and I don't have to worry. But a lot of people need help. The people who need help don't have a lot of financial resources sometimes, so I was told to reduce the prices so that I can help more people. So I invite you all to please come take a look at my website, and I think the prices are pretty fair. When PayPal gives me my compensation, they take about like 4%, and I have to still pay taxes off of it, so there's a lot still reduced when I receive it, but that's okay because I would like to do what I am meant to do, and I love doing these services because it makes me feel happy. It makes me feel happy to help people heal, show them something that they didn't see, and I always learn something new from the people I interact with too, and I find great friends. So it makes me feel happy and grateful to be doing this type of work. And thank you everyone for all the clients who booked services from me. I am very grateful that I'm able to walk this path thanks to your help. So I will begin this reading. So the first one is, the card is Three of Cups, and if you see that, it's a celebration, and it's a celebration among friends. It's a sign of victory. There's an abundance of fruits. If you look around, it's like that harvest time, and you know we've been waiting for that since last year. So this is about getting together with friends, finding your soul tribe, getting together with the people that you're going to be working with, finding people who have that mutual interest, mutual love to bring the earth to the fifth dimension together. And the witch's runes at the top, the birds flying away, indicates flying away from troubles, moving away from the troubles. This first half of the year has been very, very trying because in my personal case, I spent a lot of time transmutating energies, like anchoring in energies, and it hurts. It literally feels like this big, like if you go stand in the ocean, this big wave just crashes on you. It feels like that. So it took a long time to adjust to them, and I had to work out to get stronger, do yoga and meditation to be mentally strong. There has been a lot of body pains, and there were times that I had to literally just sleep to recover. My personal healing also, I had gone through a lot of transmutation within, a lot of releasing the things that I didn't even know. And most of the time, whatever we feel or release are related to the collective on earth, so the human collective that we're removing or transmuting and healing. So it's very it's been I can't say it's a great journey, but it does feel good to get rid of that baggage, because as we all know, it weighed heavily in our hearts. And it's not just from this lifetime, it's many, many lifetimes, thousands of years of crap that we had to get rid of at a personal level and at a collective level. So the bottom rune of the Anglo-Saxons, that one, the Anglo-Saxon rune says that it's strength. You see how the top is bent. It's like things just crashing down on you, but you don't budge. You had the strength in you to overcome all this. You were able to find the answers from within. Like, we were forced to go within. We were forced to go within to find the answers. And I know that if you were looking for answers everywhere, especially like going around like YouTube trying to find answers, some answers came, but the rest of the answers, you had to go within. You had to really ask yourself, because everything is just within you, you know. It could be, you can find general things on YouTube, but some things are found at a personal level. Some answers come at a personal level, and that's how it is. So you really had to go within. And another one Ganesha is saying is discernment. You really learn the art of discernment. It was like the blind leading the blind sort of a show where we really could, it was very difficult to, it was like walking around in the dark. And it was difficult to say who was who and who was good and who was not. You know, everything was like a mixed up pool of things, and it still is, but now it's more clear. You can at least, you were forced to go into your inner guidance, so you can at least feel or see. You know, each day we're clearing and we're upgrading, and we're able to really understand the differences in people's energy. So the Om is barberry tree. It means like to awaken, high energy, brightness, just up and running, physical strength, stamina, bright energy. So it's a lot of like good energy going around. There's much more hope now. There's direction. That's definitely a plus, because before it was, we were going through a time where we were allowed or let go of to find our way through the dark, to find the art, to learn the art of discernment. So now we have a sense of direction. Things are clear to us. We know what we are supposed to do. Things that we were ignoring, we see it now clearly. Things that we were not aware of, we see it clearly. The things that we were doing wrong, we see it clearly. So now it's more, life is more vibrant. It's about to get really busy. It's about to get like wild, adventurous. And I'm being reminded right now, yesterday I got this message. I prayed and I meditated, but usually after, okay, so I was born Catholic, in case you guys don't know. I was born Catholic, so I'm, you know, my manifestations, that's how I know how to get. And I also I've gone to learn deeply about the mantras, and I do mantras also. So I do that and meditation. So yesterday, after I pray, usually I look at the Bible to see, like, it works as a tarot deck to me. So when I open the thing, I read the message, I kind of like know what it means intuitively. And yesterday it opened up to Revelations chapter 14, which was like the 144,000 with the lamb going up to Mount Zion. And then after that, the harvest begins, the reaping begins. So I was like, wow, you know, it's not like a usual message that just meant for me, and they wanted me to share it. I made a separate video for it, but I didn't feel very comfortable sharing it, because to be honest, I'm not very comfortable doing predictive stuff and predictions, because for me, that's I mean, I could do predictions, but that's not my job, because my main thing is, spreading like health and awareness, and whatever I'm doing, like helping people heal. But this one is a good message for the light workers, and I wanted to share it with you. And it's basically 144,000 going up to Mount Zion. Is we are completing ascension very soon, like literally it's about to like pop, we're about to just pop in. Like it's already been, fifth dimension has already been anchored, but physically there's that, we have to bridge that gap, and we're bridging that gap by upgrading we have been upgrading our body, our DNA, chakras, healing, leveling up. So yeah, it's about to happen, and June is a big month of transition for that, because the harvest and all these things happening is basically the harvesting of not the harvesting, but like the division of people who have been working towards healing, and especially the human collective who are meant to go to fifth dimension, and they've been doing their work consciously or unconsciously. They are the ones who are going to be harvested to go into the fifth dimension, and the rest are just going to be, in the third dimension, the ones who are not meant to go. Not everyone is meant to go, and everyone is playing their role. So the ones who are left are going to be experiencing these, they told me earthquakes, very specially earthquakes. And I've been getting warnings like since last year, and I've been following the channel Dutch Sins. He's really good. And yeah, so there's going to be like increase in like volcanoes and earthquakes, and it's not going to be overnight. It's gradual. It's very gradual, and we will see a lot of changes that are happening at a global level. But I'm being reminded right now to tell you that you've been put through hell, so you know exactly how to handle these situations. I know it sounds funny, and I'm like, yeah, you know what? Nothing should shock us right now, because we've been through it all. But the thing is that you have your inner guidance to guide you now, and you're very clear about that. You know what to do, and it's mostly, obviously, the ones who are going to be perishing during these ordeals are the ones who are not meant to stay, and everyone has their life plan or life path. So they're just wanting me to tell you, as soon as we finish the whole ascension process, you'll definitely know, and you will start to see the split becoming more and more apparent. And this is not going to be only during the month of June, but June is like the catalyst month, main month of transition, that you will start to see these changes happen very prominently. It's only been slight. I've been following earthquakes since last year. It was like 3.2s, now it has come to like 5 points. You see how like it's very gradual, nothing is all of a sudden, and we'll see more and more increases and a lot of geographical changes over the next couple of years. So brace yourself, but at the same time, there's nothing to fear, because this change is not catastrophic or drastic like that, how they had it at Atlantis, for example. It is very, very gradual, and the way we are anchoring in energy, it's done to make it as smooth as possible. So I'll get to the second card now. This one is about unions, or like love. You're finding love, twin flames. Maybe you'll come into union, soulmates. You're finding each other. And the bottom card is about endings. So if you're still holding on to the old relationships or things that doesn't work well, that is not good for you, or the karmic things, they're all coming to an end, and you're finding either peace, you're finding harmony within your those relationships that you can find harmony in, others you're letting go, you're ending. And the top Witch's runes, that rune is about choices, making choices. You have so many different choices, but you have to make the right one. You have to pick one and go in that right direction. So there's that aspect of that there's this lion energy, which is like, to me, I associate that with Sirius. So there's a lot of that energy coming in. There's a lot of help from the Syrians. If you need guidance or help, they're offering to help with this. And there is that all of you are being called to help heal. And this Lover's card also means like harmony. You're being called to find harmony within yourself, within your life, because that energy is needed to send the energy of harmony and love from you to the rest of the planet, you know? What's within, so without, whatever we do, whatever the healing that we do, or whatever the changes that we do in our life, it affects at a mass scale. So that's what it is. And then the Om is the ocean. It's about finding things deep within. The relationship one is something that I'm struggling with too when it comes to family. You know, there are like certain relationships, and this is the month to work on them. And I think the relationships for us is the hardest, because it's the people who are closest to us that left us when we announced that we're light workers, or when we started to, you know, change our spiritual perspectives, when we decided that we're not just of one religion, but we're open to all religions, or like, you know, just religions are just institutionalized things, but the base teachings of each religion is love, and they all apply the golden rule. So to me, the actual religious doctrines will teach us a lot of good things, but the institutionalized part we had to leave as light workers. We had to leave that structure. All in all, ocean in the Om, meaning you have to really dig deep, find the deepest, darkest things that you need to bring to the surface. And this is all relating to the relationships that you have in your life, because the lion, I'm being shown, the lion also represents the bravery, the strength to face things. And you all have these angel wings, or like you guys are divine beings. You have the strength in you to bring the harmony within, so that it could be spread to the rest of the planet, because that harmony is the glue that will mesh everyone together when the times get hard. Out of darkness comes the light. So for the light to come forward, as your journey shows, it's been very painful. Each energy wave that comes, our bodies ached and ached and ached, and we had to go through so much of inner turmoil to release. And giving birth to a child is also a good example. Like, it hurts, it's hard, but when it's done, it's beautiful. So stay grounded and really understand work on your solar plexus chakra, because that's where the human relationships are located. And really work also like liver is also very important when it comes to releasing anger that's coming from these relationships. You have to really find ways to process and release these emotions, because until you do that, you're not able to forgive. You're not able to come to a place where you can have compassion for the other person and understand where they're coming from. So that's the second card. The third one is Death reversed. This is, we have gone through death and rebirth. Like, we've really been washed clean. That's the line I get. And holy cow, the things that we had to go through, at least I had to go through. I mean, man, the top card, the top rune is of harmony. To come to harmony, we really had to die and be reborn. I'm sure none of you are the same person you were like 3 months ago, 4 months ago, or beginning of this year. So the bottom, I had two came up. The first one is the thorn. That means just piercing through, and also could be like something that, like a thorn on the side that had to be removed. It hurt, but when you remove it and put like medicine, or put some antibacterial on it and put a plaster, it's like it's cleaned and you're able to heal. So we had a lot of healing to do, and the thing is that we've come out of it, we've come through, we made it, like we've done it. Like there's a lot of relief in the month of June. That's the emotion I feel. Relief, victory. Of course, it's not going to be overnight success, but this is that June is that stepping stone. That stepping stone where the energies of this new beginning are coming to fruition now. They're really starting to show up now. Okay, so there's that death and rebirth. Like whatever you were doing before, it's going to change, and you're going to be doing different things. Like if you're looking for work, you're going to find the job. If you were waiting for more clients to come and really take off with your spiritual business, it's going to come. You were waiting for partnerships, it's going to come. You're a completely different person. You've handled a lot of things, you've gone through a lot of tests, and you have shown your willpower. You have come through. So that's the second rune, which is about willpower, strength, inner power, the resilience. You really put a lot of effort into healing. And man, the things that all of you had to go through, I feel you. The wounds are still fresh, and we're still mending them. We still feel the pain. And it wasn't easy, but you've done it. The hard part is over. And now there's that, the Om means the ray of hope. There's magic, there's alchemy happening. Alchemy in the sense the art of manifesting more so than you did before. You're on it. You're putting your whole willpower into manifesting the life, the reality that you want. Like for me, month of May, obviously it's a number 5, and I'm being told to remind you that that's a month of change. A lot of change has happened, and man, the things I had to go through this month, it was very difficult, but I was pushed into doing these, like praying more, meditating more, saying more mantras, and I'm being told to tell you that when you listen to music or mantras, that's very good for the throat chakra. Saying mantras out loud is good for the third eye, and meditation is good for the crown chakra. So wherever you are in your journey, whichever the chakra that you're working on right now, in the upper chakras, I know most of us are in the upper chakras, that's what they wanted me to tell you. So this is about like also I find that chemistry of working with the 5D energies. We had to stumble our way through finding out, like we were so used to 3D, and we really had to like strip away the 3D way of doing. And if we couldn't find it, drastic things happened to help us find our way, and we were literally like, sink or swim. A type of situations came up, and we learned to find the light within. We found it. We found how to communicate with our soul, with our heart space, to see things in a different way, to see the bright side, to find the good in everyone, find the good in every situation. So that's what it is. I really, this month, the energy I feel is very, very grateful, and I feel very emotional. And another thing is that your heart chakra, because 5D energy is all about working with the heart chakra, it's hard to release suppressed emotions, but the more you release, the more you get your heart chakra to work and feel all these different emotions. And we need that. We really, really need that to work with the 5D energies. So they're telling you to really, even if it's hard, open your heart and really feel. Try to feel. And they're saying, and Ganesh is saying that, I know it's been hard for you in the past. You've experienced a lot. Try to get through this. Work through these energies and be brave. The less you resist, easier it's going to be. Literally just let go. And that's what he said. But the energies are so beautiful and bright. So there's a lot to look forward to. And better things coming, more in alignment with your divine purpose. And also root yourself, ground yourself. They're emphasizing on that once again. Use stones to ground yourself. That's very important. A lot of work is coming. A lot of things are coming. So they're saying prepare yourself, eat healthy food, and prepare yourself for the coming adventures. There's a lot of things that are coming up, a lot of things we're going to be learning, exploring, and remembering. And we're going to have this sudden knowings of how to do things, like when it comes to healing or helping others, anything that is related to our divine mission. So they're just telling you to be open-minded about these things. Okay, so once again, thank you so much for subscribing, liking, sharing. I know YouTube has been cutting my views, but that's okay. I forgive you, YouTube. It's all good. I'm still gonna make it in life, so don't worry. We're gonna make it. And thank you guys. Thank you for all that you do, and for booking the sessions and coming to me for healings. I really appreciate all of your support. This is Madhu. That's my new name. Not my new name, but my childhood name. That's what everyone calls, other than people at like schools or work. So I will see you, or I will talk to you next time.